Hey, you made it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little slow tonight.
No. That's fine. That's kind of the whole vibe here, honestly.
Good. Because I don't think I have fast energy right now.
Me neither. I've been sitting here with this tea for like 20 minutes just looking out the window.
Oh, that's a good sign actually.
Is it?
Yeah. It means your brain is resting, which is rare.
That is rare. Okay, so welcome everyone. This is English Podcast 520. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jason. And if this is your first time here, hi. We are really glad you found us.
We really are. This is just a quiet place. You know? No pressure. No rusing.
Just two people talking. And you listening. That's it.
Exactly. And if you're listening on your phone right now, maybe on the bus, maybe in bed before sleep, that's perfect. You're exactly where you should be.
You don't have to do anything tonight except just listen.
Just listen.
Small pause. Actually, how are you doing tonight? Like honestly. Not the I'm fine version.
Honestly, a little tired. A little in my head.
Yeah. What kind of tired?
The kind where you finish the day and you think, did I actually do anything? Like I was busy. But was I present?
Oh. Yeah. That tired.
Quiet laugh. You know that one.
I know that one very well. It's like, you did a lot, but you felt nothing.
Exactly. Like you were on autopilot.
The whole day just moved past you.
You know what was weird today, though?
What?
I was in a meeting, and someone asked me something in English, nothing complicated, and I just froze.
Really?
Yeah, and I know the words. I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but it was like my brain and my mouth were just not connected.
Oh, that is the worst feeling.
It's so frustrating, because you're not confused. You know the answer, but something in you just goes quiet.
Like the signal drops.
Yes, exactly like that. The signal just drops.
I think about this a lot, actually.
You do?
Yeah, because I used to have that problem constantly. Not just in English. Even in my own language sometimes.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And I think, okay, this took me a long time to understand, but I think the problem isn't vocabulary. It's not even grammar.
Then what is it?
It's the gap between thinking and speaking.
The gap?
Like, when most people speak in their second language, they do this thing. They think in their own language first. Then they translate. Then they say it.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Everyone does it at first. It's completely natural.
But it's slow.
It's really slow. And by the time you finish translating in your head, the moment is gone. The conversation moved on.
And then you feel like you missed it.
And then you feel frustrated and embarrassed. And you start wondering, am I just not good at this?
Quietly, yeah. That question shows up a lot.
But it's the wrong question.
What's the right question?
The right question is, how do I make the gap smaller?
Okay, I want to know the answer to that.
Small laugh. I thought you might.
No, but seriously. Because for a long time I thought, okay, I need to study more grammar, more vocabulary, more rules.
And then
I would still freeze.
Yeah. Grammar doesn't fix the gap. More words don't fix the gap.
Then what does?
Okay, so, here's what I've been thinking about lately. It's really simple. Almost too simple.
Those are usually the real ones.
Exactly. So, your brain, right? It thinks in patterns. Not in individual words. In patterns.
Patterns like?
Like, when you wake up in the morning, you don't think about every step of making coffee. You just make coffee. Because your hands remember.
Muscle memory.
Muscle memory. Right. So, what if speaking English could be the same thing?
You mean like not thinking about every word?
Not thinking about every word. Just having the pattern already in your body. So it comes out naturally.
That's interesting. But how do you build that? It doesn't just happen.
It doesn't. But it also doesn't require hours of studying every day.
Really?
Really. And that's what surprised me. Because the habit I'm talking about is, Really small.
Like how small?
Like 5 to 10 minutes a day small.
Okay. Tell me more.
Okay, so, you know how sometimes you're doing something totally normal? Like washing dishes, or walking somewhere, or waiting for the elevator.
Yeah.
And your brain is just wandering, thinking random thoughts.
Yeah. My brain never stops.
Mine either. So, what if, during those moments, you started narrating? In English. Just in your head.
Narrating what?
Anything. What you're doing. What you say. What you feel.
Like talking to yourself?
Exactly like talking to yourself. But in English.
HM. That sounds almost too easy.
I know. That's what I thought too. And then I tried it.
And?
And it was actually hard.
Oh good. At least it's honest.
No, seriously. At first I would try to describe something simple, like, I'm drinking coffee, and I would think of 5 different ways to say it and none of them felt right.
Because you were still translating in your head.
Exactly. But then after a few days, it got easier. Like, I stopped reaching for the translation. The English thought just appeared first.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It was strange at first. Like, I would catch myself thinking in English without trying.
That sounds amazing actually.
It was. It is. Because then when you're in a conversation, the words are already there. You're not translating. You're just speaking.
The gap closes.
The gap closes. Exactly.
Exhales, okay. I want to try this. Like actually try it.
You should.
What's the starting point? Like where do you begin if you've never done it before?
Okay, so, don't start with something complicated. Don't try to narrate your whole day immediately.
Too much pressure.
Way too much. Start with just one moment. Just one. Like when you wake up in the morning.
What do you say?
Something like, okay, it's morning. I'm tired. The sun is coming through the window. My coffee is cold.
Laugh softly, that's very relatable.
Right. And then tomorrow, maybe you add one more moment. Lunch. Or your commute.
So you're just slowly filling your day with small English thoughts.
Small English moments. And your brain starts to expect them.
And then it stops reaching for the other language first.
Slowly. Not immediately. But slowly.
You know, I think this is actually connected to something I've been noticing.
What's that?
Like when I'm listening to English, a podcast, a show, whatever, I understand pretty well. But the moment I have to produce something to actually speak, it breaks down.
Yes. That's so common. And it makes complete sense.
Why?
Because listening is passive. Your brain receives. But speaking is active. Your brain has to produce. And production needs a different kind of training.
So just listening isn't enough.
Listening is wonderful. Listening is essential. But if you want to speak, you have to practice the output too.
Even just in your head?
Even just in your head. That still counts. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between imagining speaking and actually speaking. Not completely.
Wait, is that true?
There's actually research on this. Like, athletes who mentally practice a skill, not physically, just in their mind, they improve. Because the brain rehearses.
So mental conversations count?
Mental conversations count.
Quiet, I like that a lot. Because sometimes I feel like, if I'm not in a real English conversation, I'm not practicing.
Which makes you feel behind.
Which makes me feel behind. Yeah.
But that's not true. The practice is happening. Even right now, for everyone listening, just listening to natural English conversation, your brain is working.
It's absorbing patterns.
Absorbing patterns. Without effort. Without stress.
I feel slightly better about my commute now.
Laughs. Good.
No, but okay. What about the days when you just don't want to? Like when you're exhausted and the idea of doing anything extra feels like too much.
Yeah. Those days are real.
Because I think one of the things that kills habits is the guilt. Like you miss one day and suddenly you feel like you failed.
Oh, that guilt is so destructive.
Really is. And it's weird because the guilt takes more energy than the actual habit.
Exactly. You spend more emotional energy feeling bad about not practicing than you would have spent just doing 1 minute of it.
1 minute.
On a bad day, one English thought is enough. Seriously. Just one.
Like what?
Like, today was hard. That's it. 3 words. That counts.
Quietly, today was hard.
Yeah.
And tomorrow maybe 4 words.
Maybe 4 words. Or maybe 3 again. It doesn't matter.
The habit is just staying alive.
The habit is staying alive. That's the whole point.
You know, I think the problem a lot of people have, and I've definitely had this, is that they think learning a language has to look a certain way. Like you need a textbook, a class, a teacher,
A schedule.
a schedule, homework, tests.
And if it doesn't look like school, it doesn't count.
But that's just not how the brain actually works.
No. The brain learns through emotion, through repetition, through connection,
Through stories.
through stories. Like, you probably remember things from movies or conversations way more than things from grammar books.
Oh, completely. I remember exactly what someone said to me years ago in English. I have no idea what page 42 of my textbook said.
Laughs. Nobody does.
Nobody does.
But the emotional memory, that stays.
So this podcast counts as practice.
This podcast absolutely counts as practice.
Good. Small smile in her voice. I'm going to start telling myself that.
You should.
Okay, I want to go back to the thinking in English thing, because I feel like I want to try it tonight actually.
Tonight.
Like after this, when I'm getting ready for bed.
Perfect moment, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, because your brain is winding down. It's not stressed. It's not rushing. And that relaxed state is actually really good for language.
Because you're not overthinking.
Because you're not overthinking. The guard is down.
The guard is down. I like that.
So you're getting ready for bed. What do you narrate?
The light is off. I'm tired. My feet hurt. Small laugh.
That's perfect.
Is it?
That is genuinely perfect. It's honest, it's simple, and it came out naturally. You didn't translate that.
I didn't, did I?
You didn't.
Quietly, huh?
That's the thing. When you're relaxed and not performing, the English is already there.
It's just buried under the anxiety.
Under the anxiety. Under the pressure. Under the fear of being judged.
Exhales, when you say it like that, it sounds less like a language problem and more like,
An emotional one.
Yeah.
It often is.
I think a lot of people listening right now know that feeling. That specific feeling where the English is right there, you can almost touch it, and then something tightens, and it disappears.
Yeah. And the tightening is the problem. Not the English.
So relaxing is part of learning.
Relaxing is a huge part of learning. Not just resting. I mean, actively letting go of the pressure.
Letting go of the idea that you have to be perfect.
Letting go of the idea that people are judging every word.
Letting go of the comparison.
Quietly, yeah. The comparison is really hard.
It is. Because you see someone speaking fluently, confidently, and your brain just goes, why can't I do that?
Without knowing how many years that person has been practicing. Or how many mistakes they made to get there.
Or how nervous they still get sometimes.
Fluent people still get nervous.
Really?
Yeah. I still have days where I feel like my English just disappears. I open my mouth and it's just not there.
Even now.
Even now. And I've been doing this for years.
That's actually comforting.
It should be. Because it means this isn't a destination. It's just ongoing.
It's just a constant process.
And some days the process is smooth. And some days it's a mess. And both are normal.
Both are normal. Okay, can I ask you something a little different?
Of course.
When you started thinking in English, like really doing the habit, did anything else change? Outside of just the language?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
I noticed that I started paying attention more. Like, to small things.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're going to narrate your day in English, you actually have to notice your day. You have to observe what's happening around you.
Oh, so it makes you more present.
It made me more present. Yeah, which was unexpected.
Because you're not just drifting through autopilot.
You're actually looking and describing, and that means you're actually living it.
That's beautiful. And a little sad somehow.
Yeah, it is a little sad, because it means most of us are going through our days without really seeing them.
We're also in our heads.
Constantly. And this habit kind of forces you out of your head, into the moment.
In a language that isn't even your first language.
Which somehow makes it easier, because it's like you're playing a game. It doesn't feel as heavy as native language thoughts.
Because there's less emotional weight attached to the words.
Less baggage. Yeah. English words don't carry the same years of memory and feeling that your first language does.
So you can think more clearly.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I really want to try this now.
Good.
No, but like tonight. For real.
Tonight. Just one moment. That's all.
One moment.
One quiet English thought before you sleep.
And that's enough.
And that is genuinely enough.
Okay, can we talk about what happens when you do try and it just doesn't work? Like when you try to think in English and it just feels fake?
Oh, it will feel fake at first.
Yeah.
It's supposed to feel fake, because you're doing something your brain isn't used to yet.
So the fakeness is normal.
The fakeness is a sign you're actually trying something new, not that you're failing.
I think I've quit a lot of things because they felt fake.
Most people do, because it feels uncomfortable and we think, this isn't working. But discomfort and failure are not the same thing.
They just feel the same.
They just feel the same. In the beginning.
Okay, what else can make the gap smaller? Besides the thinking habit.
So, one thing that really helped me was talking to myself. Out loud.
Okay, now you sound a little unhinged.
I know. But seriously. Even just in the bathroom. Or the kitchen. Just say things out loud.
Like what?
Like, describe what you're doing. Or ask yourself questions and answer them. Or just comment on your day. Like you're talking to a friend.
In English.
In English. Out loud.
And why does out loud matter?
Because your mouth needs practice too. Your tongue, your breath. The physical act of producing sound.
So even if no one hears you, it still trains the muscle.
It still trains the muscle. And then when a real conversation happens, your mouth already knows the shape of the words.
The muscle memory again.
The muscle memory again.
Okay, I'm going to start talking to myself in English.
Highly recommend it.
My neighbors are going to think I'm strange.
Laugh softly. They probably won't notice.
Hopefully not. What about reading? Does that help the thinking speed?
Reading helps a lot. But there's a specific way.
What way?
Don't translate while you read. Try to feel the meaning. Like, see the image in your mind. Don't go back to your native language every time.
Even if I don't understand every word?
Especially then. Because in real conversation, you won't understand every word. And if you stop every time, you lose the flow.
So reading for flow, not for perfection.
Reading for flow. Read faster than feels comfortable. Just try to catch the feeling.
That sounds anxiety-inducing, actually.
Little. But it gets better fast. And when it does, you'll notice that your thinking speed in English goes up. Because your brain learned to stop waiting for permission.
Stop waiting for permission? That's interesting. What do you mean?
Like, a lot of us wait until we are sure before we speak. We wait until the sentence is perfect in our head. We wait until we feel ready.
And readiness never comes.
Readiness almost never comes when you're waiting for it. It comes when you just start. And then, in the middle of starting, you realize, I'm doing it.
I'm already doing it.
Yeah. It's always like that.
You know who taught me that? Actually, not a teacher. It was this moment. I was at a coffee shop and someone asked me for directions. In English.
And
I just answered. Like no thinking. Just answered.
And it worked.
It worked. And I walked away and I was like, wait, did I just do that?
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, I have no idea what words I used. I couldn't even remember the sentence.
Because it came from somewhere below the conscious mind.
From the pattern.
from the pattern. Your brain just produced it, without asking you first.
I want more moments like that.
They come. They come slowly, and then suddenly there are more of them than you expected.
Like one day you realize the gap is smaller, and you don't even know when it happened.
Exactly. You can't watch it happen in real time. You just look back and realize, oh, I'm different now.
Quietly, I'm different now.
And nobody gave you a test. Nobody graded you. You just lived in the language a little bit every day.
And it became part of you.
Yeah.
Long pause, okay? For everyone listening, if you've made it this far, I want to say something. You're doing better than you think. I really mean that.
I agree.
Because just listening, actively listening, following a conversation, not switching off, that is real work. Your brain is doing real work right now.
And tomorrow you'll understand a little more than you did today. Not because you studied. Because you listened.
Because you stayed.
Because you stayed, that matters.
So, to bring it together a little, if someone is listening right now and they want to try one thing, just one, what would you say?
One thing.
One thing.
I would say, tonight, before you sleep, notice one moment. Just one. And describe it quietly. In English. In your head.
No pressure. No grammar check.
No pressure. No grammar check. Just a simple, honest thought.
Like the room is quiet.
Like, the room is quiet.
Or I'm tired but I'm okay.
Or, I'm tired but I'm okay.
That's beautiful. And enough.
And enough.
Softly, okay? Thank you for being here tonight, everyone.
Really. Thank you.
We know it's not always easy to show up. Even just to listen.
But you did. And that is something.
Same time tomorrow?
Same time tomorrow.
We'll be here.
We'll be here.
Softly, good night, everyone.
Good night. Take care of yourselves.
And sleep well.